Get ready for an unforgettable experience. The thunderous roar of engines, the sharp crack of timber, and the breathtaking sight of massive trees crashing down in seconds. This video takes logging to a whole new level. Don't miss it.
With just 3.4 feet lb torque, this Still Mississippi 382 chainsaw slices through a giant 33-foot tree like butter. Precision, power, and pure guts. Chainsaw or backyard barbecue party. Barco 937B, armed with 320 HP, tears through 10-foot cedar trees like a raging beast. This is true American forestry power. The TigerCat LX870C, with its powerful cutting head generating up to 8.000 Newton-meters of torque, effortlessly takes down a 33-foot tree, clean cut, like a hot knife through butter. Absolutely impressive. Armed with a Still Mississippi 661 punching out 5.2 Newton-meters of torque, he tears through the nearly 20-inch giant like a true warrior. Raw power on full display. Humans need a 50 Newton meters chainsaw. But me? I just need my 50 horsepower teeth. The Awi RT400. Packing a monster 422 horsepower. Shreds a whole forest like a giant blender on tracks. Brush, shrubs, small trees, nothing stands a chance. A few taps and boom. 1-inch oak turns into a 2-foot barrel like magic. A 6.5 feet log weighing nearly 1,100 pounds is being cleanly sliced by a 7 kilowatts vertical saw. Gorgeous wood grains unfold like a masterpiece. The 16-foot tall tree hesitated. "I'm not ready." But the Timber Pro 830B with 273 pound-feet just coldly replied, "Too bad. Heading home now, kid." Wow! With just over 900 Newton meters of torque, the sawmill slices a giant 20-inch log into smooth, perfect boards, fast, clean, and razor sharp. True craftsmanship at its finest. With its 66 horsepower engine, the Carlton SP 7015 grinds through a 16-inch stump like a flour mill. Peak American landscaping power. Heavens, the Valtra, packing 127 horsepower and hauling 8.800 pounds of logs. Blasts through the swamp like a wild beast. Mud flying, tires screaming, but it just keeps on charging without a flinch. The Kachenruther HSM 805 HD, packing 220 horsepower, drags a 17.600 pound, 19.7 foot log up the hillside, turbo roaring, unstoppable. Detroit Diesel 453T bandsaw, 474 Newton meters torque, gnawing through a 10-foot monster log. Slow but steady. Boards come out straight. A fiery red 18-inch log spins at high speed on a lathe powered by 10 Nm torque. After a few masterful cuts, it transforms into a stunning flower vase. Dust everywhere. The 100 HP beast charges the 30-inch stump, shredding the wood layer by layer like a true monster. My old lady said, that 200 horsepower skidder must have Thor's muscles, hauling 22.000 pounds of 26-foot logs like it's no big deal. Oh my goodness. Under 23 short tons of force. The 22-inch wide, nearly 400-pound log bursts apart like a ripe watermelon. And that cracking sound is pure bliss. $15.400 pounds on its back, tires half buried in mud. Yet this beast creeps forward like a stealthy turtle. 140 horsepower fears nothing. With just 170 Newton meters of torque, this saw tears through a 16-foot teak log like slicing sausages. How can anyone stay calm seeing rare wood shredded so smoothly? A 10-inch log is ripped apart into perfect pieces by a 35.000 Newton-meter splitter. Fast and flawless.